Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, beautiful, beautiful, unique individual. Today, I would like to speak about equanimity and grace. To have equanimity, or calm, stable foundations, even in the face of difficulty. To be graceful when pain and discomfort and so on befalls you. Because these are karmic lessons in many cases, and to overcome them through understanding what we want with these lessons, and extracting the lessons, assimilating it within our understanding. Rarely again will you ever go through that same thing. You have more or less said loud and clear that I understand this. I understand where you're coming from, and well, I will do better. This is how you also cultivate and unfold your personality in grace. It is also about truly having honor and dignity. To be a certain upright, elegant, moral, loving human being. Aspiring to become something that is greater than the personality you was given by everything around you. You, as your inner center, unfold your true personality. The personality that you will grow into the more you practice and cultivate spirituality. The spirituality is not your personality. Your personality is part of spirituality. So you are not using a mask to be the spiritual guy. You're using spirituality to unfold your true, honest, and careful, gentle personality. So by you becoming individual, by you having this moral impulse, this longing for love, not from others, but this longing, the begging for spirit. This is one of my favorite sayings. Better be a beggar of the spirit than a king of the shade. Better be a beggar in the spiritual world than a king in the materialistic one. I rather have myself unfold and cultivate and strengthen the equanimity and grace that we, are given over time, bits by bits, piece by piece, moments by moments. And the more you immerse yourself in this work, the more you truly wish to become honorable, dignified, like a true knight really, is when you are given these practices and experiences to train and opportunities to grow. And yes, it might be a little nerve-wracking many times. One might often become a little nervous, but the nervousness and the discomfort is something we need to master and come to terms with, and not let ourselves be swayed in a hurricane of emotions. It does happen. We are not perfect, so it is important to forgive yourself for the small outbursts. And if you are completely alone, it is not the worst situation. So if you stick to your values and morals, even when people want to challenge you and challenge the way you see world, the way you see this earth and everyone else and yourself, you meet every single one individually. So when I meet you as an individual, I am observing of you and you alone. Not your gender, not your race, not your color, not any of these things. I see what comes out of you. And based on what you value, you might hide behind many layers of masks. That might be, I am this, I am that and that, but you are a human being with those interests. You are not that. You are the thinker, the feeler, the willer, and you are the observer of these things and the experiencer, both of them really. And that is why it feels so natural to say, I think, I feel, I will. And even if you do say, my brain thinks, you still say, my. You're still the center here, no matter what we would like to. We could say brain thinks, but that would have no context around it. No, your ego, your I am, I think, I feel. I use this mantra. I am, it thinks, she feels, he wills. And that is, well, the underlying secrets of the mysteries, more or less. So if you can decipher it, you will come very much into good help, to say the least. But all of this is one body still. And the more you get to know the different parts, different faculties, different powers and abilities you as a human being have, the deeper and the more unique you become. And the more you realize how silly it is to go hide ourselves when the purpose is to radiate out your own unique hue and tone. And to grow it, to make it something beautifully sublime, purifying, transforming, and growing. And that is what we do every day, every moment, every week, every month, every year, until we die, until we're reborn again, and then we keep on going. And we are doing this for a reason. This is part of the human evolution. This is a very unique kind of evolution where we are going through many lives and many deaths and many different personalities and people, more or less. But from every life we go through, we extract that wisdom and we take it with us further in life. So if there have been human beings that have been stagnant in, let's say, almost every civilization earlier, they will have that reflection today where they are lagging behind. That is karma. And we can't neglect that. There is reasons why there are so different stages to human development. It is because some people take it seriously and sincerely for everyone, but others don't. And those that don't will slowly but surely stagnate, fall behind, lag behind, become a hindrance. That is why we do the work. It is important. And we are not judging these beings for it. These beings were those that we call them the abnormal spirits. We have the normal spirits, the progressive spirits, and the abnormal, the hindering spirits. And we are the chooser. Are we choosing to be hindrances or are we choosing to be healing? It is a choice we have within us. We are not on automatic. We are not beings that can't be trusted for ourselves. When you trust yourself, others will trust you because, well, you know why you are trusted. You know why you trust yourself. You have dignity, integrity, you know? Being honest, being caring, wanting to see this world prosper. Seeing another individual succeed brings me such joy. So, by truly reflecting upon these specific feelings, these feelings of inclusion, these feelings of equanimity, where you truly see this world as, well, God's and Christ's kingdom, and how we are treating this kingdom right now is less than dignified, which is why we unfold it, showing that we are the caretakers, guardians, guides, and healers of this planet. And the more we allow the beings to destroy this place, the worse it will become. So that is why we cultivate it as a countermeasure, as a counterbalance. so that we do not annihilate ourselves in a mutual agreement of destruction, dessverre. And that I am not going to let happen. Not for myself, not for others. I truly and wholly wish to see everyone succeed. And the more I see human beings awaken to their own individual, unique personality, the more my heart sings. The more my soul sings. Because yes, look at that. Look at those beautiful colors and beautiful personalities. There is no boredom to be found here. It is so much enjoyment and love and disagreements even. But if both parties are aware, awake, we will always come to an agreement in the end. It's the pride and the arrogance that get in the way often, to meet in the middle. Either I am right or you are right. And if you are right, then I am bitter. And if I am right, then you are bitter. That is not how it works, and you will never convince anyone of anything like that. You won't convince anyone in an argument in the first place, because if you have to argue, in most cases, it is me, my stance against your stance, and in most cases we have come to a consensus of what we ourselves understand and believe in. But if it is an illusion, of course, then we will have to rehearse these and contemplate these values, because they haven't worked till now. So cultivating new ones that we know will work by truly taking this sincerely. That is how you build equanimity and grace. It is truly like imagine in the earlier times, let's say 1,000, 2,000 years ago, just to go back enough. The rulers, kings, and the monarchs and so on, they had advisors, they had guides, and they had high priests and priestesses that initiated them to the mysteries to unfold their personality so they could guide a whole people at the time. They were strong in their own foundation. But at the time earlier then, the higher beings inhabited that physical body, emanated through it in a sense. It was not born physically, it was channeled through. Today, we are meant to grow into that. We are meant to lift ourselves up so that we can ourselves become such beings. But it will take time, it will take real long to get that far. But that's the patience, and that's the many lives to go through. And the rulers and kings and all of that in the past, we are meant to become today. We are meant to become, every single one, a ruler of this kingdom. But we are more followers of Christ, truly, though. Followers of the divine, of love, inclusion, morals, ethics, dignity, integrity, values, strength, equanimity, and grace. These are truly the faculties and personality traits I appreciate. That is my future hero. And I truly am cultivating to go towards there. Even if I perish in the process, because I better do something than nothing. I will not ebb away. I will be active and strong and steady in the foundations of what is needed. And you should too. You should. You don't need to, but you should. You already understand why I speak about these things. They are really beautiful human traits. And we aspire towards them. We have them as seed forms, but to unfold them within our soul will make every human being in the future have this as their normalcy. That is why we cultivate today. It is so important. And not everyone need to do so, because as I said, more and more human beings will come into this later. Those that have the soul disposition for it. If they are too immoral or to evil, they will not understand any of it. It's like talking to a wall. Reprimanding a dog 2 hours after it did something wrong. It doesn't understand what are you pissed about. So that is why we cultivate morals. The morals will ebb. The morals will fall in the materialistic sense. You won't find the morals or the ethical, the love in the physical nature of things, in the atoms, in the molecules. No matter how much you dig and cut and crush and find out, you will never find out the true nature of the cosmos. You will never find God or the life, the intelligence, the love behind it. You will find it within your soul, though, within your perception, within your painting of this materialistic. You heighten and elevate the materialistic to the spiritual. The materialistic is the spiritual, condensed down in a slumber, in an enchantment for now. And we are meant to awaken it within our soul so we can see it. And when we see out with our senses, we see physical matter, but we also see that this physical matter is spiritual matter. It is just come from warmth, condensed to air, condensed to water, condensed to earth. And now we are meant to spiritualize it up again, the other way, because we are going downwards and we are keep going downwards. And without true spiritual moral impulses, we will keep going that way. That is why we unfold it. Awakening the sun within the earth, again uniting the sun with the earth, with our own machine power and choice. And I think this was everything today. Thanks everyone, I love you so much, and thank you. May you be guided by the hierarchy, Christ, Father, the Holy Spirit, and the ancient masters. I love you all. Thank you. Goodbye.